Super hot hot sauce, my friends. We are making some super hot sauce. If you have a load of super hot peppers that you've grown this year, or if you've just come across a whole boatload of super hots, this is the hot sauce that you want to make. This is a version of the hottest damn hot sauce I ever made. So let me show you how to make it. All right, let's make some super hot sauce, my friends. First thing you want to do is get your super hot peppers ready. Today I'm working with a big batch of 7 pots that I got from my garden. I grew 7 pots this year. 7 pots are well over 1 million Scoville heat units. I really like to make this usually with a mix like scorpions, reapers, 7 pots, whatever mixes I got going on. But this works with any super hot chili recipe. So actually the very first thing you want to do before you start working on the peppers is you want to use some gloves, latex gloves. I don't really wear gloves very often in the kitchen when I'm chopping peppers because I've been doing it for so long it just doesn't bother me. The oils from the peppers, though, they can get in your skin and cause irritation and burning sensation. But when I work with this many super hots, it's a good idea really because you will notice it, and you touch other parts of your body like your eyes or more sensitive regions and you will notice it. My God, it's like I have balloons on my hands. All right, so I got some gloves on. I've got my super hot chilies ready, and these are washed and dried. So you'll just go ahead and trim off the stems and slice them in half lengthwise, just like so. And I'm gonna set them onto a baking sheet like this. And just repeat, get them all set up for baking. We are gonna roast these peppers. There are different ways to do it, and I can talk about that after, but I like to roast these, so let me get them set up. And you can core out the innards of the peppers if you want to, but with super hots, a lot of the heat really leaches into the skin, so you're still gonna get loads of heat, but I don't bother. Make it hot. All right, got the last of my peppers all chopped up here. And get everything moved over to the baking sheets. And for this recipe, the main recipe actually calls for 1 pound of super hot chili peppers. Today I'm making a smaller batch. I'm using 1/3 of a pound, and that's about 30 peppers or so. The amount of weight can vary based on the size of the peppers, so make sure you use a kitchen scale to be more accurate with it. Okay, so I've got all of my peppers all moved over, and the next thing we want to do is roast them. So you can do this indoors and roast at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. But when you do that indoors, you need to make sure you have really good ventilation because these are super hots and there are a lot of fumes. Like I can already smell it just from chopping them. There's lots of heat and those fumes can really get to you. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna put these on my grill and roast them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit over an indirect heat. And we just wanna kind of soften them up, build a little bit of that flavor and have just the slightest bit of char on them. But be careful, watch them closely, don't let them burn. All right, so let me get these roasted up. I also like to add some garlic for roasting to this recipe, so don't forget the garlic. All right, I got roasted peppers here, nice little char on just a few of these, but not too much, and they're nice and softened up. Now we're ready to make some super hot sauce. All right, so I'm gonna get these super hots moved over into a bowl, and then we will continue and get the hot sauce making station set up. All right, I got a food processor all set up here, and now we're gonna go ahead and make hot sauce. So go ahead and add your roasted super hots to the food processor, and squeeze the garlic into the food processor. And here I have some basil leaves. I'm adding 4 or 5 basil leaves for this particular recipe. I actually like the flavor of basil, and it really does translate even though we got super hots here. So I'm gonna give this a little bit of a process just to chop it up. Again, watch out for fumes. All right. And here I have 1/3 of a teaspoon of salt, and you can really add salt to taste. And 1/3 of a cup of vinegar. And use a really good tasting vinegar that you enjoy because the flavor of your vinegar is really gonna translate to your hot sauce. And go ahead and process it up. All right, let's take a look at it, guys, and see how thick it is. Yep, you can see at this point it's actually very thick sauce. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more vinegar, or you can add water if you want to as well, or even citrus to add a little bit more, just to thin it out a little bit. All right, let me add just a couple of tablespoons of vinegar, and we'll go ahead and keep processing until we get it to exactly the consistency that we're looking for. All right. Yep, this is looking really good. So let's get it into a measuring cup here so we can see how much we got. All right, I got this over into a measuring cup so we can take a look at it. And here I've got a little bit over a half cup. And this was starting with 1/3 of a pound of peppers. And the amount that you're gonna get at the end of the day is really gonna depend on, I mean, not only the peppers obviously, but the amount of liquid that you put in. So I did a little bit extra vinegar to get a little bit more volume to it. But at this point, there's a few different things that you can do. You can add a little bit more vinegar and or water to thin it out even more. But looking at the consistency, like this is a nice and really thick Superhot hot sauce. So for this, you wouldn't need a lot of it. I mean, look at how thick that is. It's just amazing looking. And you can smell it. It's fumey in here, but whoa, it's gonna be nice and hot. Or you can strain it if you want to. You can even add more vinegar and or water or citrus, and then strain it out, all the solids, to make an even thinner hot sauce. But sometimes I like to leave it just as it is. If you process it up just nice and vigorously, and you'll really get it all processed into a fairly smooth sauce, but still nice and thick to coat whatever you're cooking with. So, all right, let's get this into a bottle, and then we will give it a taste. It's nice and thick. Look at that. Oh yeah, look at this. I have just enough to fill a Woozy bottle, a 5-ounce Woozy bottle. So gives you a really good idea of how much hot sauce you are going to get from this recipe. So hey, let's talk about a couple tips on this, on making this Superhot hot sauce. I made this today with a bunch of 7-pots, but really you can use a mix of any of your Superhots. I know a lot of guys who love growing Superhots grow a big mix of peppers. I've made this with, Reapers, Scorpions, hybrids galore, 7-pots all over the place, chocolates, all kinds of peppers. So really any peppers will work. And realistically, you can use this with this exact recipe with any type of pepper. So, use milder peppers for something that's a little bit more appropriate for your own personal taste. Another thing I want to make clear is that you really do have to watch out for the fumes. The fumes really can get you, which is why I like to do it out on the grill. I've done it in my kitchen, but I have like a very large kitchen with a great fan. But if you're actually concerned about the fumes, like if you're in a smaller apartment, and that can really cause havoc and upset some of your neighbors, honestly, you can actually make this a different way. So instead of roasting the peppers, you can chop them up, put them into a pot with all of the other ingredients, and just simmer them slowly until everything softens up and melds, and then process it. So you'll still get fumes that way, but it's not gonna go crazy from the roasting process. But the roasting process really does add a level of flavor to it. So if you can do it, I definitely encourage you giving it a try. So how do you use a crazy hot sauce like this? Well, I know a lot of crazy chili heads who just love to douse it over pretty much anything. They'll eat it right out of the bottle, dump it onto anything, put it in your soups, your stews. Superhot hot sauce is just something that goes with so many things. But if you're not used to eating Superhots, you really want to use this extremely sparingly. So heat tolerance is something that builds up over time. So if you're not used to it, you might want to just do a little dash into like a larger pot of chili, for example, and see how you feel about that. But at some point, you'll eventually get up to the point where you start just dumping, globs of it onto your burgers or sandwiches, and you're just like, yes, and that just, I don't know, just it's insane, but it's delicious on anything. Another question that I get about hot sauce is, how long will this hot sauce keep? Well, the answer to that really depends on the amount of acidity that you have in here. So I've added vinegar, but you can also add citrus, and that lowers the pH. That helps preserve your hot sauce. Salt also helps it a bit as well. But if you actually want your hot sauce to last a long time, you want to shoot for a pH for home keeping of about 3.5 or lower. Anything higher than that will probably spoil much more quickly. Also, refrigeration. So that's kind of a big topic in the chili head world and the hot sauce world. A lot of people hate putting their hot sauce in the refrigerator. They think it affects flavor, but I like to keep mine in the fridge because really anything can go bad eventually. And you can always take it out and let it come to room temp, but it will definitely last longer in the fridge. But if you want to keep it out, just try to add a little bit more acid to it, and it'll keep a real long time for you. Hey, if you guys love this hot sauce, I hope you'll check out my Louisiana-style hot sauce recipe. I will cue that one up next. It's great for any pepper. It's one of my favorites. So, all right, give it a like and leave some comments, and let's give it a taste. Okay. Nice and thick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's pure heat right there. Oh, yes. Yeah, seriously, man. My mouth is on fire. Oh, yes.